Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Jessica Abernathy, and with me today is Tricia Montgomery, and you are listening to Pets Are Family.
Hello.
Hi. At least I'm not laughing this time, because usually you have me laughing before we push play.
That's because we haven't been talking that much before. I think had we spent even a few moments prior to the taping, we would be laughing because that is our MO.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Another week has gone by. I can't believe this. Time is just flying. I don't know where it goes. I promise you. It's like there and then it's gone.
Uh-huh. And I don't know. The older you get, they told us when we were young, the older you get, the faster it goes. And I was like, Now it's like, phew.
There you go, bringing up that old thing that we are very old. We're, I think I'm going to be applying for whatever assistance I can get, putting me out to pasture and discarding me away.
It's funny though because we started watching Apple TV's got that new show Masters of the Air. Have you seen it?
Yeah. Watched one episode.
I've watched them all so far, and it's really, really good. And yeah,
Okay.
I like it. I'm not going to tell you anything about it, but as I'm watching it, I keep looking at these guys that are going to war for World War II, and I keep going.
They're like 12 years old. They're like 18.
Thank you. I was like,
and they're sergeants and corporals.
And majors. And I'm like, wait, you're not even old enough to tie your shoes, let alone be a doctor. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
I know that. Yeah, my dad served. That's why I love like things like Band of Brothers and the Pacific and all. It's just like I find it just beautiful, just understanding and recounting through others' eyes that type of what they went through. Gosh, I can't wait to watch more.
But they are 12.
So
and I'm like,
young.
I've hit that age where I'm like, everybody looks so young. And I'm like, oh my God, now I get it. When everybody kept telling me, you're so young. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm 25. What are you talking about? Now I get it.
Now you get it. Can we start using filters so we look younger?
Sure. Justin, get on that. We need filters to make us look younger. Justin.
No, honestly, that makes me crazy. When I see somebody who I know and then they use the filters and it's like, you really don't look like that, but okay, if you're going there, go there. I mean, I find it fascinating. I find it, this is what you get. I mean, you see somebody in person, you're like, well, wait a minute, you didn't look like that in your Tinder profile.
It's called catfishing.
It is. But wait, you just brought up like a special. We've been watching Griselda, which is that.
I haven't seen that yet.
My gosh, you've got to watch that. It is based upon this. I guess she was the cocaine godmother in Miami, and just crazy. And now they're glorifying her, and just all these gunning downs in the cocaine industry and all kinds of things like that. And so, yeah, her son, I think her youngest son now has like a Pure Blanco, giving you a shout out because I've been watching it's crazy. Fascinated by that though. Fascinated. That was a time. I was alive during that time. I was alive. I participated.
I don't know what time zone or time zone. I don't know what era that was in.
70, I think 73, 78, something like that. So definitely alive, but it was just, I don't think I was that. Yeah, not that old yet. So speaking of like going through times and time, we have a very special guest on the podcast today, and somebody that is very near and dear to your heart, and I think to our listeners' hearts as well, because they've been hearing so much about him. Jessica, who do we have on today on this podcast?
We're going to have Leroy on today. So he's going to join us today and tell us a little bit about, our family history with animals and all that fun stuff. And I guarantee you it'll be interesting because he's a character. That's all I have to say. He's a character, and I had to warn him. Stuff not to say.
I cannot wait to meet him because you brought so much. I mean, I've seen pictures of him, but through your words and these podcasts and everything, you have brought life to him. And I wonder, I'm looking forward to hearing. I'm looking forward to talking to him. I really am.
Oh God. Yep, it'll be fun. So let me go get him.
Let's bring him in.
All right. So hi everybody and welcome. And as you can see, I have my parents on. My mom decided to join too. Hi mom. Hi dad. So
Hello, Jessica parents. How are you guys?
We're just doing absolutely ducky, peachy keen, tickety boo. Couldn't hardly be any better unless we were all on our way to Moab.
I grew up with hearing that all the time, Tricia. I actually have that tattooed on my body, if you could believe that. Nobody
I
knows that, but I have that
believe
tattooed on me.
you too.
I do. I have Ducky Peachy King, Tickety Boo. Couldn't be any better unless I was at Moab with my dad. I have that tattooed on me.
Wow, I did not know that, and I would imagine our listeners did not know that either. Would you? I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to ask where it is, or if you want to show it to us.
It's
So
right here on my ribs.
I, I
It's the
It is,
closest
no,
my
it
place
is,
I can get it to my heart. Yeah.
okay.
it is presentable. You know,
I love that. Guy, I have heard so much about you all, and I feel that I am living vicariously through Jessica's life with you all. My mom and dad are no longer with us. They did pass away, very sad. So I'm going to call you dad and mom. So here we go. I'm just another member of your family.
it sounds like a winner to me, Trish. You're more than welcome. But
Better chicken.
you must, though, if you're a member of the family, you must go to Moab.
Oh, okay. Got
Yep.
it.
Yep. It's a rite of passage. We figured if we talked about him enough, we might as well have everybody know who he is. So
Might
you
as
get
well.
yeah, you get to meet Leroy and his top hat, which he always has on. And I didn't realize you had a gray one. I thought you only had a black one.
No, the gray one is my favorite color. I don't,
Oh,
I don't,
okay.
I
See?
don't want to get crazy here. Gray is a neutral color, right?
Oh, okay. My
I,
bad. I really did. I
I
thought black was the
I
neutral.
get it crazy. I just want to compliment your lovely mom in the background there too. So let's not forget about her. So
Yep.
yes.
Yeah. Well, we talk about your people a lot, Mom. As I reference the people of the crazy family in Maine, we talk about them a lot. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. So there are some fascinating stories coming out of your family, guys. I want to hear some of these.
So we're just a perfectly normal family who does crazy things. That's exactly all.
I'm gonna beg to differ on that one. I'm gonna beg to differ. I don't think. I mean, we're not that normal. I hate to say that, Dad, but so
Well,
so my question to you, Dad, was what was your first animal that you remember having, especially with Grandma and Ben?
oh, the first dog that I remember us having was a dog named Dutch. And I'll be real honest with you, I was a young boy, maybe 10, 12, something like that. And I just remember we had a dog named Dutch, and then he wasn't there anymore. And I don't know why. I don't know what the deal was, what happened to him or whatever. But as a kid, no, I really didn't have any dogs. I mean, my mother, she was crazier than a loon, man, and we were always going 100 miles an hour. We didn't have time for dogs or cats or anything like that. She had later on, she had some dogs that she had. I mean, she had a full bred poodle. You know what I mean? And actually, it was a good dog. You know what I mean? And she had that stupid monkey for a while. Thank God I was gone. I mean, who
See,
has a
there you
monkey?
go.
I
Right?
mean,
Okay. You just claimed that we were normal.
And you have a monkey. You have a monkey. I like a monkey.
My grandmother had a monkey. Yeah. That's
I don't
not
know where
normal,
she
Dad.
got the stupid monkey from. I mean, she was always hustling some kind of deal someplace. But the monkey, I don't know where the monkey comes from. I I got to tell you a little bit about my mom here. Just so you know, we are a normal person, man. My favorite thing about my mom that I remember, absolutely remember, was that mom never bought a Christmas tree until Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is
Oh,
when she bought Christmas because she would go out and hustle people. She'd get it for next to nothing, and then she would get a Christmas tree. She did that all the whole time I was growing up. She was always
wow.
hustling something, man. So she, I got a good teacher there. I had a really good teacher. Those people just went out in the woods and got one, man. Just
Cut it down.
cut it out in the woods.
Yeah.
Plus, she lived in the woods. There was just trees everywhere. You know what I mean? So why not go get a tree? Why do you pay somebody for a tree? Besides, I don't think anybody even sold a tree in Maine, do they?
No, I don't
No,
think so.
no, nobody sold
Why
trees
would
in
they?
Maine. I think everybody had a tree. Yeah,
See, there's
multiple.
no,
Oh, sorry.
there's
I'm
no,
sorry. I'm running off of the. You guys go
yeah.
ahead. Well, from a dog standpoint and a cat standpoint, we never had cats at all. As a kid, I don't know. You had dogs and cats, didn't you?
Yep.
What did
Well,
you have? The only one I remember was
remember
Bobo.
yeah, and then we had a couple of more beagles before that. We had cats with no tails. So we
Oh,
had,
Cats with
what
no
happened
tails.
to him?
Yeah, yeah. What happened to them?
and that was normal. They were born that way. They were born that way.
They were born tailless.
He's
They
talking
were
about
really
me.
born tailless? Yeah, I'm thinking that's not normal, Mom. Once again, that's not
A
normal, Mom.
tailless cat, a new breed of cat, a tailless
Right?
cat.
Yep. See, they're proving to you that we're not normal. So, what was your first animal that you guys got when you were married? What was your first animal
Oh,
you guys got? Because I knew we always grew up with animals.
yeah, we did. We got an apartment, and so we, being smart people, yeah, we thought we'd get a really small dog, right? We bought that Chihuahua, right?
Oh
What was
yeah,
his name? What was
Ooh,
Chihuahua's name?
I can't remember now.
Tippy or Toto or something?
Jaws.
No, it was the Chihuahua, and
No,
and
Before
I
your
called it Jaws because it bit everybody.
well, I did. Well, that's because you saw him because we wound up giving him to her grandparents. You know what I mean?
No, it
Right,
didn't.
because it bit everybody except for
And
Grandma
everybody.
Eastler. It
Yeah,
only liked Grammy Eastler. That's the reason Grammy Eastler got it because it bit
yeah.
everybody.
And we bought
It
that
hated
stupid. We bought that little dog, and I don't know why we bought that dog, other than we wanted to be normal with a pet. And we had an apartment, and
You
we
see
had
that?
bunch of old German people is where we had the apartment at, and they hated animals. They were farmed. I mean, when I say hated animals, they hated animals in the house. They liked the animals on the farm, but to have them in the house, it was just an absolutely foreign thing to them. And that's why we wound up giving the dog to her grandparents, as a matter of fact, because it bit
You
everybody.
rehomed the dog?
It bit everybody, and our landlords didn't like the dog. What do we have? Next move was we got the sheepdog, right?
yep, over the
Sheepdog,
Yep.
sheepdog.
love my sheepdog, man. That was Tanya was the first sheepdog we had.
The English sheepdog. Yes.
Old English sheepdog
Yep.
and a dachshund. What a horrible mix. Sheepdog
Dachshund.
and a dachshund. Sheepdog was great. The dachshund was just a pain in the butt, man. A little pain in the butt. You know what I mean?
I can agree. We had sheepdogs too. Ours was the Dirty Duke of Bug Tussle, and we called him Bucky for short. And he could never see.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Did you have to?
Yeah.
Did you take once a year, go up and clip them all off? Did you do that?
I did not do that at all, but I remember we would take him on family vacations and we would go like on bridges and he would be like hogging. We had a VW at the time and he would hog the whole we had three girls and your parents, or mom and dad. And then we had Bucky. And then he would like lean down every time there was a bridge. So anyway, Bucky, Dirty Duke of Bug Tussle.
Dirty Duke of Bucks.
That's a name.
I
What
know.
what
I don't
Duchess
know.
Duchess
It was
twin.
Duchess.
We named it. It was a purebred, so we named it like you said. I think it was Trindacilla Duchess of someplace. You know what I mean? That's what the official name on the pedigree was. Trindacilla Duchess of someplace, and I can't remember where the someplace.
I love
But
that.
but I
Right?
tell you what, I'm with you, Trish, man. I love that English sheepdog. That sheepdog was just really a super dog. I mean, it was
And they're
friendly.
so cuddly. They're
Yes,
cuddly and they love you.
yes, and they're playful and they're friendly and they just do a whole lot of nice things. But they were a handful to keep clean, like you said, man.
Yeah,
I mean, once
definitely
a
so.
year.
Yeah, and her favorite food was spaghetti.
Oh God, yeah. Trisha, can you imagine a dog eating a plate full of spaghetti, especially an old English sheepdog. The whole face was just one big red blob, man. And we spent the next half an hour wiping all that spaghetti off of her
Oh,
face.
it's like Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, exactly right. And the other mistake that we made, Marion and I made, we started somewhere along the line. We gave the dog a treat of an ice cube.
Oh yeah.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
and the dog turned into a junkie on ice cubes. You know what I mean? But you couldn't go to the refrigerator without jumping in there and pulling out an ice cube and give the dog because she was sitting there just waiting patiently to get that ice cube. Man, it was crazy. But she was a good dog, man. Hey,
All our dogs were addicted to ice cubes and popcorn. You couldn't pop
Ooh,
popcorn, and you couldn't open the refrigerator door because you had to give popcorn or ice cubes. All of our dogs were addicted to both. All of
and
them.
it was probably a function of we were cheap. You know what I mean? Rather than go and buying cheap, good treats. I mean, ice cubes. You just put them in the refrigerator and you got ice cubes. You know what I mean? It's water out of the tray. But it worked. It worked. I mean, the dogs loved the treats, man. They were happy as
sounds
all
based
get out.
on a prison program. Well, no food today. We're just going to give you popcorn and we're going to give you ice, and that's it.
The dogs loved it, man. And those dogs, man, they were all over the refrigerator every time we got to it, man, all over. And like Marianne said, man, you try to watch TV at night and have some popcorn. You're having dogs all over the place because of the popcorn, man. It's craziness. I mean, yeah. Of
You
course,
got
they
a
were
100-pound fur ball, just like laying on you, trying to get a piece of popcorn. Oh, and we wound up getting a second sheepdog, Tricia. Her name was Misty, a second one. And she liked to, she liked to pick my mom's strawberries out of her strawberry garden, and she would pick all her strawberries, and
Yeah.
then she'd run away, and
Yeah.
she'd stand like at the end of the block, which is like 20 acres away, and she'd turn around and just sit there and look at my mom like, ha ha, you can't get me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
That's
She,
true.
she would just sit there and she'd wait for my dad or I to come, but she would just sit there and egg my mother on.
Oh my gosh. That's
Oh,
crazy.
she was funny. Yep. And then we had Bubba too. Bubba was the other one.
Oh, I love the
Bubba's
name
a
Bubba.
dog. Bubba the Wonder Dog. That dog was the best dog I ever. It was I don't even know what it was. It was
He was a purebred. He was a purebred lab.
purebred
Oh,
lab, but it was a purebred lab. But you would swear that it was a Doberman because it had all the coloring of a Doberman and some of the features. But it was a purebred lab. And I don't know where we got him from.
We got him
But
from the vet. Miss Leslie was working there at the vet office, and
that's
litter. Yeah, a litter. There was a breeder that had a litter of puppies, and she had two black, two yellows, and two chocolates, and then Bubba. And Bubba
yeah,
came out, and he looked like a Rottweiler. He had all the Rottweiler markings and stuff like
oh
that.
wow.
And the breeder said to euthanize him because he was worthless because of his markings. And
Oh.
yeah,
yeah.
they said euthanize him. They were like, just euthanize him. He's worthless. And so Miss Leslie, which is a family friend, called my mom and dad and said they're going to euthanize this dog. He's a puppy, and she's like, can you come get him? And they were like, the vet office said he's $75 because we had to cover the expenses of his birth. Off my mother goes, and we got a puppy.
I
So we
love you for doing that. I love that. That makes me smile.
We
Yeah.
love that dog. I mean, that dog was beyond a doubt the best dog we ever had. The one thing I did do right was and I recommend it to anybody who's out there with a dog is go to a professional trainer, and we took him to a professional trainer, and went through the whole thing. And man, he was after that he was absolutely golden, man. I mean, he would walk by me, he would heel all the time. I could take him
Oh,
anywhere I wanted to without a leash,
Yeah.
and that was just really a blessing. You know what I mean? We
I
were
Hey, we
love
took Misty there. We took Misty to professional trainers.
Yeah, but she was still a sheepdog, man. Sheepdogs are
All right,
crazy.
she flunked basic 3 times, and then we asked that when we were asked not we she did she flunked basic 3 times, and they just told us not to worry about it.
You just have to sit. Are you basically in the doghouse when you flunk basic training? Do you just have to sit to the side while everyone else
No,
graduates, or what actually happens when you fail or flunk
You
basic training?
basically sit there and watch everybody else get diplomas.
How sad must that be for the you're hurting the feelings of the dog? Think about that. You just have to sit there, and that I can just how sad is that?
no,
I
the only
truly
sad
believe
part.
in that. I was going to say, Dad, I truly, truly believe that if dogs could flip you off, she would have been like, ha ha, and flipping you off. I swear to God, that's how that dog was. I'm telling you.
No, no, Misty was a good English sheepdog. I liked her. She was just a sheepdog. They're like dogs with ADHD. You know what I mean? They just got attention deficit disorder. That's all it is. You know what I mean? And I can't blame the dog. And the only problem with failing doggy training is you got to open your wallet and do it again. You know what I mean? And the cheap people that we are, that's the way it is. But Bubba passed with flying car, summa cum laude. He came out of there summa cum laude. He was just outstanding, and
Yeah.
it was really really a good thing. You know what I mean? So
He could have been a therapy dog. I mean, we at the time I didn't know what a therapy dog was. You know what I mean? Nor did we. We none of us did. But he could have been a therapy dog. Easy, hands down, could have been a therapy dog.
Did you guys take it personally when you failed? Did you think that was on you? Did you feel like you were the failure versus Buddy or Misty or whoever you took to training?
no,
No?
I didn't feel like I was a failure. I mean, I just knew that sheepdogs are crazy. You know what I mean? And so that's why it fit in so nicely with our family. You know what I mean? So
We are a normal family. I can see that.
normal crazy family. Yeah,
Leroy, I love your hat. Tell me about this top hat that you're wearing right now. That is super cool. And you
Well,
look very handsome, I must say.
no, get out of here, handsome man. I love a woman with low standards.
Oh, oh.
That would be me.
Can you just imagine what family dinners
Absolutely
are like?
not. You look very. Tell me about the top hat. I understand you wear these top hats all the time. Tell me
Well,
about that.
not all the time. I primarily focus on the Christmas season, but I do wear
Okay.
them. I mean, I love the top hats, and the gray one is just it's just a nice subtle way to walk into a room and get their attention without being obnoxious. The Puxatawny Phil, you saw those guys with the black hats. You know what I mean? That looks a little too formal. You got to have a tuxedo to wear a black hat. This one you can wear with your jeans or a
Yeah.
tuxedo, whatever you want to do. And the answer is, I've always wanted one. So when I had the opportunity, um, when I was visiting Jesse, I found a really good hat store in Chicago, and Miss Marion behind me, she's saying, "What is something matter with you? What do you want a top hat for?" You know what I mean? And I went ahead and bought the top hat, and then since then, there have been many times when we go to a restaurant or something like that, and if I walk out and I don't walk up in her, she's heard people say, "Hey, check out the guy with the top hat. He looks cool." You know what I mean? And I said, "Yeah, you know, it's a good
I
hat.
can see it.
It,
I
it gets
love it.
it, it's
Oh,
it's outstanding without being outspoken. How's that?"
I love that.
yep. Welcome to my world. Yep.
And
So welcome to
this
my
is
world.
one of about 100 and so hats of mine. Yeah,
You have 100 and so hats?
Oh,
easily,
You must have a
easily.
big closet.
Well, I got them stuffed
Yeah,
into
he
a
does.
bunch of
all over the place.
closets.
All over the place.
So
Yep. My dad collects hats. My mother collects books. My mom
yeah,
could open up her own library.
yes,
Literally.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, between the
Yep.
What's
both,
the favorite book? What's the favorite book that you have, Miss Marion?
What's that?
what's your
What's
What's
your
your
favorite?
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 I have quite a few. Because I love mysteries, but I don't like going gory mysteries. I like, he was shot, he was stabbed, or he got poisoned.
Yeah,
So, but
joyful little
She
books.
she's looking for the perfect way to get rid of me, never get caught.
And now,
I
Really.
think some of your traits have passed down to your daughter.
My mother is probably, out of all of us in the family, my mom is probably the biggest animal lover out of all of us. I mean, when I say the biggest animal lover out of all of us, I remember when we were driving up to Maine as a child, and I remember there's a stretch going up to my Aunt Mary's house that for some reason frogs go across the roads. Do you know that stretch, Mom?
yeah,
There's a stretch that the frogs all come on the road. I remember my mom stopping in the middle of the road and getting out of the car and having us kids get out of the car so we could shoo the frogs off the road so they didn't get run over.
Did you
Seriously.
leapfrog with frogs?
Yep. Seriously. I mean, we're kids in the middle of Maine on a road trying to move the frogs off. And then when we lived in Colorado, she hates snakes. Sorry, guys that like it, but she hates snakes. And she would go out if they catch something. She'd go out there and she would she would spray the snake down to release the whatever they caught so she could rescue them. And I'm like, they need to eat, Mom. She's like, they're
You
not
talk
eating
about
on my yard.
you talk about the
Mm-mm.
two cats we had in Colorado. She brought them to Jasper and Tyrone. That was the two
yes.
cats. Yeah, they
Yep.
were. I got to hint it. I'm not a cat person, but they were two of the coolest cats because we would go out there in the morning. We just open the door. They leave the house and go, and they'd be gone all day long. They would always bring something back, but they would be gone all day long. And in the afternoon, you go open the door and you holler Jasper and Tyrone, and they would come back in. And at night they would stay in the house, but they were gone all day long, so they didn't have to worry about them. But
Except for the winter, they
except
did not like going out in the snow and
and
stuff.
what Jesse's talking about was there was at least one time where one of the cats came back with a little baby snake, and it was probably a rattler. And this is probably what she brought back. You know what I mean? So there was always something going on. Always going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bubba, I
Was
think, brought back an ostrich egg one day. Wasn't it
mm,
Bubba? Or was it Tanya? It was Bubba. Yeah, but we were like,
Well,
don't know where that came from.
That was Bubba.
what kind of cats? My mom and dad love cats. After our Standard Poodle Jacques passed away, my dad basically said no more dogs, because it hurt. I think it hurt him so much. So then they actually started getting cats, and she loved Maine Coon cats and Siamese, and so she had a Maine. They had a Maine Coon cats,
Yeah,
buddy. Yeah.
they were big.
Jasper and
beautiful.
Tyrone were called pound kittens. We went down to the pound and picked up Jasper and
yeah,
Tyrone, and then
you and
yep,
her, you and her were the ones that got those cats, man. Yeah,
yep, yep,
yeah.
I do it well. And then after Bubba died, it was the same thing. My parents were like, no more dogs because Bubba
No
crushed
more
them, and
animals.
so
I said no more animals. No more animals.
anyway, for my mom's birthday about 4 years ago, I
Yeah,
my mom
yeah.
I brought my mom a set of kittens. So they have
Oh
two
my
kittens.
God!
They have Lacey and Leon. I brought my mom kittens. So that, and they're pound kittens too, but they're really, one's a steel point. It's a steel point. It was I got him from the pound, and then she's got Lacey as a gray tabby. She's pretty.
Wow! As opposed to a chia pet, you got two kittens.
Why not?
Okay,
Yeah. I mean, I just drop off animals at people's houses.
that's a good
Yeah, I
thing.
know. I
Now you
know. I
know.
know. Yeah, you have to call your brother sometime and ask him about the dog you dropped off at his place, man.
Yep, dropped a dog off at my brother's house, adopted one for my nephew. I brought a bearded dragon to my niece's house last year for her birthday. Oh yeah, I bring animals.
Woo, pets as presents. We can talk about that.
That's his presents. Yep. I bring heartbeats. I bring you a
What
heart.
about you?
Yep. Heartbeats. I bring heartbeats. So yep.
My
So
God.
yep. What else? Anything else you want to share, Dad, before we let you go?
I I got some stories, but some of them aren't suitable for air. So
That's good to know. Thank you.
You guys,
Appreciate that.
first of all, I love you all. I have gotten to know you, as our listening audience has gotten to know you through Jessica in this podcast, and I just want to thank you for being on with us. I appreciate you guys. Coming from me, I miss my mom and dad very terribly. So having that beautiful relationship with your parents and having them still around, how amazing is that, and how beautiful is that? I love that. I just love how much fun you guys have.
We
We
try real
do
hard.
that. Yeah, I was gonna say we do that. That's funny. We laugh hard when we get together. You know.
I
Yeah.
know you can. We appreciate you allowing us to be on the thing, and while we have loved animals all of our life, we have reached the point where I'd like to slow down on animals, please. but we
We're not gonna
appreciate
get
you
you
being
anymore.
no more
You
heartbeats.
got
Yeah,
enough heartbeats. Yeah,
yeah,
you
got
got
enough
enough
heartbeats.
heartbeats right now.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you for letting us be on your podcast and just being a part of this amazing thing, this amazing journey that my daughter's been on through her life, and now where she's at right now. We just think is we're blessed, she's blessed, and you're blessed, and hopefully we can reach down and touch more people. Okay, I don't know what else to say. Okay.
Go Moab. Woohoo!
Yes, yes, yes. We all need to go to Moab. Absolutely, anytime.
Going to Moab. That's going to be our
Anybody
new
wants to
tagline.
go,
Going to Moab.
anybody wants to go, you got to call me first, and I'll tell you the right places to go. Been all over that place for a lot of years. Okay.
He loves Moab, and he goes motorcycle riding. But if you want to go bike riding there, you could do it, or camping. He knows how to do it all. Trust me.
Oh,
So,
wow. Love
mhm.
it.
Go
We,
ahead, Dad.
can you shut us off, or do we have to shut ourselves off here?
Oh, we're gonna do it. All right, there you go, Tricia. There's my dad.
I love him. I tell you what, I am an adopted member of your family. I know
That's
I'm your
fine.
work wife, but I am officially replacing Joe, and I am going to be slotted on into that category. So I love him, and your mom is super sweet too. And what fun parent? What parent? I mean, they're just fun. What fun
Yeah,
parents?
I like that. We had a normal childhood, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
No, not
Yeah,
a monkey.
I know.
You know,
Uh-huh.
what? What? How does that happen?
I remember that we were at a conference one night, and there was about 15-20 of us sitting around a big table, and we were having cocktails one evening, and they were like, what's something that nobody would ever know anything about you? And I was like, my mom got bit by a monkey while I was in her belly. You should have seen everybody's face go, wait, what? And I'm like, true fact, can't lie. And they were like, what?
Well,
My
that
one
is some of it, Jessica. I mean, really, there's something going on there.
I'm like, that may be why I came out blonde. I mean, everybody in my house had brown hair except for me. I came out a towhead. I'm like, maybe that's why I was blonde. Who knows? Explains a lot of problems I have. I don't know what to
That is
say.
a delight, and I love his top hat and how many great hats. He's
He has
100.
a
Was that?
ton.
Oh
Yeah,
my God!
he wears them all the time. He's got a black one. He's that one. He's got newsboy hats. He's got a couple cowboy hats. He's got a banjo. I'm surprised you didn't take out the banjo and start playing for you.
I would
He's
have loved that.
Yep. He's just Leroy is his own. So now you got the flavor of Leroy. So you get it when I tell you those little stories about him. You get the whole flavor now.
I do, and you can tell how much he just loves and adores you, and I love
Mm-hmm.
seeing that. So that was so nice. That was just
Mm-hmm.
wonderful, and I loved how they talked about animals and their journey with pets, and how and the many animals that they had,
Yep.
and Bubba, was it Bubba that they
Yep.
had?
Bubba. Yep.
Bubba the dog. Yeah,
Bubba. Yep.
I
Bubba's the best.
Oh, I love that. I love that. It's been a good week. And I'm
It
so
has
glad
been.
that we ended things with him this week and just very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. So yeah, he's a character. That's all I have to say. But you see where I get my quirkiness from.
I do. I do for
Yep.
sure.
I did not fall far from that tree.
I love that. I love that. So Jessica, what do we have coming up here in the not so distant future? What do you think?
Well, I know what March is, but we're hopefully going to be interviewing, hopefully in the next week or so, we're going to be talking to the Chili Project folks. And we've got a couple other big ones coming up. So in March, we have a little series that I'm working on right now. So, but I'll know more in the next week. So hopefully from then I will know. But this is our Valentine's Day episode because, by next week it'll be Valentine's Day. It had to already happen. So this is our Valentine's Day episode.
The hearts, or rather, Cupid crashing into perhaps into a wall with me.
No, never. No. Hey, you know what? Half the world could be married and still be single for Valentine's Day. You know how I feel about that.
This is true. It is the month of love, and the month of love is that we're just, focusing on so many things that bring love to us. And
yes.
I'm glad you brought your dad on with us.
Yes. So yes. So with that, I want to say, Tricia, how do you treat your pets like family?
I treat every pet I come in contact with like family, with love and kisses and plenty of affection.
There you go. Awesome. Well, then, and we'll see you guys next week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye. Thanks for listening to Pets Are Family. You can find us on all the channels now. Yes, all of the channels now. So make sure you share us with your friends, your families, and your coworkers, and anybody that has a pet. Make sure you like us, give us your feedback, tell us if anything that you want us to talk about, all that fun stuff. You can reach me at jessica@petsourfamily.net or Tricia@petsourfamily.net. Thank you for everything that you guys do, but make sure you like us, subscribe, check us out on YouTube. You can always see what we're up to. And we want to thank all of our sponsors, all of the people that support us. We love every one of you, and we can't thank you enough. And remember, check out Moose's March, moosesmarch.com. moosesmarch.com. Come check us out. Talk to you guys soon. We'll see you next week. Bye.